Hello and welcome to another night shift. My name is Yazil and today we work on our user interface for the character selection. Let's start up our Unity and I show what I mean. As we all know, 2.2 isn't a valid user. Oh, as you can see, I experimented also a little bit on my Yuma. She has yellow skin now and you see a little bit extra, so she's not standing just down there. How I did that, it's easy. I switch to scene and go for world, something like that. As you can see, there's just a terrain and a little tree selection from speed trees, which is the asset store. Also, I made a little hill here where she stands on and a little bit grass, so nothing special. A little light, so that's easy to do. A quick show that on a terrain you go here on trees, add a tree, and here for grass, and just use, we can go there a little bit, and so for example we click on these and make the brush size a little bit bigger and add our grass over here. So that's how it works. Yeah, position the camera, and so I got these little scene where we have a character showing up. So what we want to do today is we want to build a hut over here, which is for race selection, like human or elf or whatever we want to add there, and we also want to add female or male, and we want to add stuff like skin color, like clothes color, and maybe hair color also, and maybe like hairstyle. And on the other side, we want to add stuff like arm length and ear size and stuff like that, so we can customize our character. The programming will be in the next video, but this is all about building the user interface. So I'm gonna stop that and open the build char scene, going for the 2D, and I made it in canvas, so you know that already. And in the canvas I create UI and panel, and I shift alt and set the pivot point to top here, and I also, I would say like 500 to 800, and then I change the position to 20 and minus 20, so it's not totally in the edge. To see, we can do that in here, so you see the I see I got a panel this color, okay, and maybe make it a little bit transparent, or transparent it is, and that's for this, and we call it race selector window. Race selector, okay. And we duplicate that and just hit here and shift alt it to this point, and also do like minus 20 and minus 20, so it's on the other side, and Let's see if how that looks. See, we have two canvases here, and we can call that not ray selector, I would say body selector. And what we can do also here is, let me think over it, what we're gonna do. Okay, to make a few buttons, I made myself an image. Let me show you. I'm using paint.net, which is an easy tool for doing stuff like that. First of all, I made a little handle for our slider for changing color and stuff like that, and I saved it to a normal PNG image, and then I made myself a little button style over here. I think I will upload that later on yazil.de on the project page. And well, you just save that on our or on your hard disk, and then you go and just drag and drop that into a folder. I imported it into resources UI, and there's the button and there's the handle. Close it up. If you import that normal file, it will be like a texture. You'd have to change that to a sprite image, and also I set it here to 64 and 16 bits, and also I went to the sprite editor. Yeah, apply that, and as you can see, I set the pivot point to center and got 3 pixels to each edge. So if I stretch the image, it will be stretched between these points, and so you don't have an image which is not fit or doesn't fit to your button. So I designed my button like this, 3 on each side, as you can see here in left, right, top button, and just save that. And if we go to the ray selector and add a new button, UI button, we set the pivot point with Shift Alt to the edge, going for an 100 pixel width and 50 height, and the position also 20 out of the edge and minus 20 from the top. And after that I go to here through this image, I hit the image button and I go for the button I designed, and you can see it's already stretched in the right directions. We can go and see that better. So I call this button human, and I set the press color. I got here a press color defined. If you want stuff like that, you just select a color, go here for this little button, add new present, and then you can name it, and so you always know which color you used for what. I click just on pressed color I made, and also I open the button here and going for the text, and I call it human, and the color just plain white text, and also I made the font a little higher, like 22, 23, 24. 24 is good, I think. Middle and middle, and that's our button. We can see if it works. I hit play, and there you see the button, and it gets a nice red color if you click it. As we see that, maybe it's not too bad to add to the ray selector a background, and going for the button also, and see how that looks. It's too tiny, you can't see that. Let me get the transparent out of it. No, not really. I'm gonna make another one for that. Okay, I made one for the border. It's not totally my work. I saw it somewhere on the internet, I think a year or two ago, and I a little changed it and made the background. So I imported it to UI. If somebody sees something like that, maybe hit me a little line in the description or in the comments. I will add it to the description then, where to find that in original. I really don't remember where I got that. So you go on Sprite also, and you go on the Sprite editor. Yes, apply that, and you can see this is somewhere I got that, and this is what I made myself. Let's say 12. 12 is a little short. 13. 13, 13, 13 should fit. You always see that your border is outside the inner case, so you don't want stuff like this, for example. So you see here is your border inside these middle stuff. So if it gets stretched, this will get stretched also. So 13, I think we are out of it, and I leave the pivot to center, and I go for apply. And if we now go to our ray selector and get our border, and going for that, and then add a little alpha to it. I would think that looks nice. I'm gonna hit play, and my PC is slow in a moment. There it is. As you can see, it's like shimmering through, and our button is still working. Okay, I like that. As I mentioned before, this will be on my website yazil.de on the project page Acros, so you can download that. Stop that and go to the body selector and also add the border to it, and going for white color, and see if we can get that to the same level. I would think this one. So next is we just duplicate this button, and duplicate and call it button mean, and duplicate it again and call it Oh, then I should call this one mail, of course. Mail. So now we have to fit them in. I would say we give the female the first. So position 20 is okay, and minus 70 minus 19. That's too much. 80. Oops. Minus 80. So, and in the text we go for female. And on our mail button we go in the text for male, and on the position it's 100 and a little bit, so 110 is to 120, and minus 90, no, minus 80, I had that. So, and 40, 30. So, let's see. Male is on 80 and female is on 80. So, just start again. In our scene, it looks like because the button is not so. Maybe I do another one with this double stripe. Good. We close that and going for a handle. I would say UI slider, and on the slider we slider fill area, no, handle area, this handle, and I just got rid of my there is the handle. Add the handle image there, and we say preserve aspect, so it's the same aspect as the original has, and we go for let's say slider size like 200 and the height of 40. 50 high, 40 high. Good. And the background, we select the background color. So I got the handle background color, and the fill area I also use this pre-made color. Oh, okay, this error, you just have to restart Unity. It just tells me that my graphics card is not working with that in a moment. Just to restart Unity, it should be gone. And so we position that also, and I would like to have it Shift Alt also on top, and position is like 120, so it starts at the same position, and minus 120 is not enough, 150. So, and also I like it more, let's say 100 is too low, 150. Or let it start 130, and it should be start direct under the mail button. And next we add a text field, UI text, and I call it hair, no, text hair color, and call here the text hair color, and I do 24 we had before, and white, and middle, and now I have to reposition it. Also I go for Shift Alt, Shift Alt, and it's on top there, and we go for a height of 40, and we see where our handle is positioned. Slider, it's position 130, so 150 and 20 for the text. 20, so it starts there, and 150, minus 150. So it looks like it's bigger than that, so 20, 100 doesn't fit in, so change the font size color to 20, and we start that like this, and its hair color on the same, yeah. If we go and start, we see we got a slider and named hair color here. So yeah, that's the hair color. So next we need, I would say, skin color, and for that we name that slider hair color. Uppercase L is not good, so slider hair color, and text hair color. I duplicate that, and call it skin color, and going for position to minus 200. Let's see, yeah, it works out. And we go into the hair text hair color and duplicate that also, and rename it to text skin color, and minus 200, and the text itself, we call it skin color. So to speed it up a little bit, I made my UI a little bit further. As you can see, I added the clothes, upper color, lower color. I added buttons for the body position or the camera position, and also we're gonna change what's in here. Therefore, here you can see everything I did. Therefore, we go for another panel or 3 panel, and if you switch them on, you can't see it if I put it here. Stupid me. So you can see it changes here. Last for today, I want to show you how powerful the UMA stuff is. We're going here, and if you have these generated, you go into your player, just click it once, go for UMA and say save and save as asset. You click on that and you get an open folder. I save it here under prefabs and I go for player asset. I just save it, and after that you stop that and go onto your UMA builder, or I go to my UMA builder, and I just go for this color and make my UMA normal again. That's okay. Save that. Just to verify if that works, I hit the play button and there should be an UMA in normal color again. You shut that down. And now you go and create other UMA dynamic avatar, and here on the receipt you go and look for your player you did. I just hit it and load on start, and I just move him the position to 2 so it's a little bit on the side. We hit play and you see my UMA. Oh, I did it on the wrong direction. Okay, it should all be 2 there and 1 there. And also we got an animating controller. I go for them. Oops, locomotion with head. Oh, still wrong position. And then let's turn it 180 degrees so it's in the right direction. So you can see we have here our saved UMA just by hitting a new or adding a new dynamic avatar. And here's our original, which is generated now, and this is the one we saved and just let show up. So that's how powerful UMA is, and that's the stuff how we save data later on into a database. We save these receipts. Okay, that's for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, happy night shift. And if you like it, hit the like button, and if you like it even more, just subscribe to my series. And so, happy night shift.